Unstoppable today. Unstoppable. Hello, everyone. It looks like I am live. Thank you so much for joining me today on YouTube. Today, I've come before you to talk about manifesting. So, first, I wanted to share who I am in case you're stumbling on this page. My name is Tammi Morrison. I am an intuitive energy alchemist, which means that I actually help people to shift their energy as if by magic using tools that I have from Reiki Master all the way to different all kind of other things that we use. So that is who I am. I'm also a writer. I published 3 books and I'm working on 4, 5, and 6 right now. I also help other people to get their works out into the public. So that's me in a nutshell. That's what I do. So I'm going to share this card that I pulled for all of us. Change in direction. Change in direction. So I'm going to speak to that because that card was definitely for me because I am in the midst of changing directions in a lot of things in my life. And sometimes, I don't know if you've been through that, but sometimes that can be scary. Can really be scary because you're not sure which direction to go. Let me get a little water. So, and if y'all don't know me, if y'all haven't watched me before, I get downloads all the time from spirit. So I am just in the middle navigating the directions that I need to go. So that change in direction card was definitely for me. And it's probably for you too if you're here watching. So I want to talk a little bit about manifestation. So let me give you a backstory. So I have been, of course, we manifest every day, all of us. We all manifest every single day. So whether you manifest consciously or you manifest unconsciously, you are manifesting. And what we really want to do is we want to manifest consciously. So let me share that. So I've been following and listening to Neville Goddard and, Florence Scovel Shinn is my favorite. I listen to her. I try to listen to her every day. I generally get that done too. I usually listen to the Game of Life and how to play it. Your word is your wand and some of the affirmations that people have done, all that. So I listen to, those thought leaders. I've read some Robert Russell, listened to some of him. I was listening to 𝐭𝐲𝐬 Silva recently. And of course, Abraham Hicks, always that began it for me. So I had a car. Matter of fact, okay, my car just turned 10 this month. Just turned 10. Never had any major problems. I think the most I spent on that car for any one service was maybe $1,000, but I think that was a water pump and oil change and something else. But anyway, I never had to spend like a whole bunch of money on it. And it's paid for, of course, now. So, I want to keep it. Well, we actually bought another car just recently because my husband's car died and we needed another car. So we went and bought a new, well, nearly new to us car. And so I was like, okay, got the one car note. All right. So then I started, thinking, I was like, I don't want another car note. And somebody actually asked me what was I going to do with my car. And I thought, I'm going to keep it until it don't go no more. But anyway, so long story long, my husband was driving and the car shut off on him. It just shut off. He was just coasting on the side of the road. And so we took the car to the dealer, to get investigated, see what was wrong with it. And they called him back Saturday and said, the engine had seized and blah, 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 and was going to need a new engine, da, 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 da. So he called me. I was at work and he called and said, hey, this is what they're saying. You want the good news or the bad news? I said, just give me whatever. So he gave me the news and I said, okay. And I didn't say another word. When I got off the phone with him, immediately I went into the law of revision and I revised it. I said, when she calls back, because she said she was going to call and let them know, what they could do and da, da, da. So when she calls back, I said, and I said it out loud, which surprised even me. But I said, oh my God. I said, when she calls back, she's going to say that we're going to fix the car and it's not going to be any cost to you. And as God is my witness, that is exactly what happened. She called back and she said they're going to replace the engine at no cost to us. I was like, all I could say was, oh my God, look at God, is what I said. I said, look at God. No cost to us. They're going to replace the engine. Now, if that was a manifestation moment, I don't know what was. Because to be honest with you, in the past, I would have done it differently. I would have been like, oh God, we gotta replace the engine and da da da, and oh Jesus, it's gonna cost us, this much money and all kinds of stuff. And I would have already been predicting the doom and gloom already. So this time I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. I didn't even have a comment. I didn't even say, I just said, okay. No comment, no nothing, because I knew that my Father had my back. I knew that everything always works out for me, but it was not that easy for me always. It was not that easy. Sometimes it was really hard. And I noticed that when I first began going on this journey, when I first started walking through this thing and walking it out, I started losing shit. And so I was like, oh my God, this stuff don't work. No wonder nobody does it. No wonder everybody just listens, but nobody does it. But no, it works. It works. Because what started happening when I started awakening, I started losing shit. So like I lost my damn job. Lost it. They just fucking fired me. And I've never been fired in my life. I'm actually a pretty fucking good employee. I actually do work. I mean, do my job, take care of my residents. Now, one thing they probably accuse me of is caring too much, because it's what people used to say about me, because I am an empath. And, I thought that as a nurse, you're supposed to care about people, right? I guess I was wrong. But they were like, oh, you care about people too much and da 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 da. And so, so anyway, long story long, lost my job. I had just gotten it. I was there just under 90 days. So they did it so I couldn't get benefits. Okay. That was the thing. And so I was like, okay, all right. And then I started really crying after I figured it out, because here's the thing. I didn't like the job anyway, so it kind of was a blessing that, they fired me, but still didn't think I deserved to be fired. I felt like I should have been able to quit, which I was going to do, but I was just slow about it. I was being slow. So I was like, okay, here we go. And then I didn't get another job for about like 2 months. Didn't have another job. And then I got a job, but then, you have to go through the process, because it was with the prison. So I had to get, my background done and all this kind of crap, which my background is just fine, because I've been a nurse for almost 30 years. So you can't be a nurse. You can't be a black nurse for 30 years and have a fucked up background. You probably be a white nurse, but not a black one. So I said that to say that once they did my background and everything, then I got on with that place. But before that, I was able to get a part-time job, and it was just it was really just enough to pay my little bills and give my cousin some money, because I was staying with her. It was really just enough to do that. But I got that job, and then I got the job at the prison, which was going to be full-time for me. The other one I was going to probably bail out, because the prison was paying me much more money, and then I was moving a little bit farther out. It was closer to where I was going to be working. So that was actually good, because it was going to save me a little bit of money, because out there it was really reasonable at that time. Now it's not, but at that time it was really reasonable. So that was something that I manifested too, because I wanted a house. I don't like apartments. I'm in one now, thanking the Lord every day for the day that we move into our own place. But I thank God for this place, because it served us well. We've been here for 2 years, I think in May now. Yeah, because we moved to this place 2 years ago. Not like 2 years this month, like May the 13th, 14th, 15th, something like that. So exactly 2 years. But when we manifested that, all I could say was, Lord Jesus, look at God. Look at God. Because it just was like, I didn't even know how that was going to happen. But the thing is I wasn't even worried or concerned about it at all. Even when it happened, I was calm, relaxed, because I already knew that God got my back. So I wasn't going to be stressed about it. I'm trying to see where this shares to. Hmm. Okay. Cool. I didn't even know that could happen that way. But you know what? You learn something new every day. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that little tidbit about manifesting, because many people are just like I was, wondering when you start on this process and you make a decision, set an intention, and you decide that this is what you're going to do. You're going to begin to manifest, and that's how you're going to do it. And then you all of a sudden realize that you are unstoppable. You realize you're unstoppable. That's what you realize. And it's the most amazing thing when that happens. And the thing is for me, I need to see shit. I like to see stuff. I'm a visual person. I like to see things. So when I start calling things into being, I like to see a shift. I like to see a change, and I like to see um the thing happen that I've been calling, the manifestation. I like to see it. And so many of us are that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, to me, that set me on fire to manifest like that. Because I had already been saying that I am on the wealth consciousness spectrum. That's what I said. I'm on the wealth consciousness spectrum. So I am conscious of wealth, because wealth is me as me, abundance is me as me, freedom is me as me. All of those things is me. So I was so psyched when that thing happened that way. When I actually said, because here's the thing, I realized that my words have so much power. And so as I speak, I think and I consider before I say something. And if I say something crazy that's wrong, then I pull it back quickly, because I started putting a guard on my mouth. I asked spirit for that. And so I try to speak in the way that I want to receive. So I want to speak in a positive way. I'm not going to let all that negative shit come out my mouth, because here's the thing. I was thinking at first, I thought I told my husband when he told me what happened and I was on my way to get him. I told him, I said, um, I think that, I think it's the alternator, because, it wouldn't turn, and it just shut off and just started coasting. So a lot of times I've had some experience with cars breaking down, because I've had a lot of fucking cars. My ex used to collect cars, and he liked pretty lemons, is what we used to say. So they'd be a beautiful car. They'd be so pretty. Oh my God, clean, but not worth a damn. Just start breaking down almost as soon as we fucking get it. So I have had experience with, alternators, batteries, all that stuff. Pretty much can diagnose a car just by some of the things that we have had to fix. So anyhow, I told my husband, I said, maybe it's the alternator, and he was like, I don't know about that. And then I told him, I said, I think it might actually be the engine, but it was crazy. So when we took it, and then when she called to let us know, what it was and all that stuff, I wasn't stressed. I was just like I am right now. I was just as peaceful, and it was just Oh my God. So that was what I said. So I was like, okay. So when we manifested like that, I was like, okay. So in my mind, that tells me that we can speak the word about everything, everything, everything. Now, they told us that when I was in religion, but nobody actually believed it, I don't think. I don't think people believe that we are co-creators with God. That is why he put us here, so that we could speak the word over our situations. That's why he put us here, y'all. And that's why Jesus said that these things I do, you will also do in greater things. Okay? So if God created the world in 6 days and on the 7th day he rested, then how much more can we create our worlds? And we have more than 6 days. But how much more so can we create our world with our mouth? Because the Bible also says death and life is in the power of the tongue. So if that's the case, then when you speak, you should always speak life out of your throat. Life should be what comes out of you, nothing else. Nothing else. I had a friend send me a message the other day talking about something about the devil, and I said, listen, we're not glorifying him. We know that he exists, but we are not glorifying him. That is not what we're doing. And so I was like, okay, all right, here we go. Here we go. So I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited about this place. Um, and I'm super excited about my program. I have a program coming, Limitless, that is amazing. It's a 6-week program that's going to help you to get clear on who you are and what it is that you desire. You will learn your spiritual gifts, your sacred archetype. Your DNA will be activated. You'll get an amazing long ass report that you can study. And we'll have 6 weekly calls, and then each person that joins will get a private session with me. So if that's something that you are looking at, join us. Now, I have an early bird special. You get $500 off if you join by June 1st. I also have the program starts on June 15th. I also have some bonuses available and some scholarships available. Not many. I think I already gave away 2. So not many scholarships available, but some bonuses. But the $500 off is awesome. That'll bring it to $833 for those 6 weeks. Or you can just pay the $1,333. Now with the $1,333, there's also a payment plan, 3 payments of $533. So that's something that you need. I have all that available for you. So if that is something you're looking for, comment below, or you can reach out to me. I think my information, all that stuff is in there. It's in the description of the video. You'll see, I think my email is in there. So if that's what you want to do, email me as well. So again, and then I have a book, a author book that I am looking for people to come and join me in, Passing the Pearls. It is about our grandmothers. So I'm super excited about that. If you have a um, grandmother story, like a story about your grandmother, I think that would be amazing. And I think that you should join me in writing. So there are 2 different contribution levels for that. I made it really, really, really reasonable. So make sure that you send me a message, email, comment on the chat, and let me know that you are interested in joining us. So I already have a few people that are coming in. I'm hoping to get this book finished by the end of the summer. That's my goal. So, but I'm looking for about 10 more people to join us so that we can get this book out into the world, because I believe that it needs to come out, because there are people that want to read about good shit instead of always, I don't know if y'all are paying attention, but every day, almost every other day, at least a few times a week, there's fucking shootings. So instead of all of that, let's read about our grandmother, our legacy, a beautiful story about our grandmother. I have so many, I'm trying to decide which one to write. All right, unstoppable peeps. All right, unstoppable peeps. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is for you. We'll roll on it. And I will be back on again, probably, I'm sure, tomorrow evening. I'm doing a masterclass, which, yeah, I'm doing a masterclass. Yes. So that's how that's going to go. So thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.